Back to the charts with Big Boss Crypto, bringing on a day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on Chainlink. Today is the FOMC meeting, which is gonna give us the federal funds rate, and everything I wished for in my last day trading update has happened. So what happens next? Well, let's look at the charts. So pretty much, if you have watched my latest day trading update, I said to you that I wished for a drop. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and watch the latest uploaded video. And yeah, I wished for a drop down before the FOMC meeting, because it's usually a false move and to create open orders for the market maker to fill during the FOMC meeting or a couple of hours after the meeting. During the press conference, they're gonna whip price up all the way to recover this volume candle, for example. That's something that is on the cards. If we instead would have pumped to the upside, that would have been a bearish sign. But nevertheless, you never know, they could drop it even further, because we have a volume candle all the way down to 64.5k, all the way down to 61k. So they could continue their journey to the downside depending on what happens during the FOMC meeting. But as it is for now, with the information we have, looks kind of nice. And we created a VIC, so a lot of buy orders or bids were in this zone right here from 67.2k down to 66k. Pretty bullish, and we're starting to recover some of the volume candle. I think during the FOMC meeting we're gonna see a move like this all the way up to 69k and then drop, and then we're gonna continue our ride to the upside possibly. That's usually what happens during the FOMC, but you never know. We just have to wait and see. So if you aren't in any trades yet, wait for the FOMC meeting to finish and the press conference to finish, and you can basically start trading tomorrow, because you're not going to miss anything. You're going to see volatility today. So be mindful of that. This is not financial advice, it's just for education and entertainment purposes only. We're still in a structure to the upside. We're gonna ride it up to possibly 80k, but we have to wait for that before we get any signs of a continuation to the upside. We're still in that range accumulation phase here. We've been here since May 20th. So I think after the meeting, when that's done and dusted, we're gonna continue up to new all-time highs. Not financial advice. So if we look at the news events, we start the day off with the CPI numbers, which is going to be a huge one. The federal funds rate is not going to say anything to us. So the big news events for today is definitely the CPI numbers, which come out in a couple of hours, and the press conference, which happens after the federal funds rate is released. So John Powell is going to speak and let us know the plans ahead in terms of the funds rate. So very interesting to see what will be said today, and also CPI numbers. If it's anything above 3.4%, well, that's a super bearish sign, and the market is probably going to dump. If it's below 3.4%, well, I think then we're going to see a nice pump to the upside. Looking at the liquidation map, then we can see where traders are currently. I don't think a lot of institutional investors are involved just yet, but they're gonna come in. This is gonna be even more yellow ahead of the FOMC meeting. More liquidation points to the upside at 68.2k. I think it's a possibility that we possibly tap into that before the meeting. We're gonna see a dump down to 67k again, or 66 even, and then pump up to 69. Anything can happen during FOMC meeting, so keep that in mind. With that being said, let's take a look at Chainlink. Chainlink did exactly what I wished it to do, which was to recover half of this big volume candle right here, at least half of it, before we make a reversal. And exactly, almost to the T, half of the volume candle has been recovered recovered already. Could recover all of it or going down to $13.8, but you have to adjust your leverage according to that. So I left off this market make structure exactly as it was in the last day trading update. So pretty nice to see that sometimes you get what you wish for. And the next thing I wish then is that after this FOMC meeting is done and dusted, that we continue in our second leg up, going up to the previous sell-off point, which is at $22.87. That is where I think, since we had VIX in that zone, we're gonna see a reversal from there, going down to sub $20 again, shake out the weekends, and then I think we're gonna see a nice lovely pump during summer, during July possibly, or August, all the way up to $30. Have another retrace down to the lower 20s before we continue our journey to all-time highs in this bull run. But that's far off in the future. Enjoy your summer while you can, because I think fall is going to be pretty nice for crypto and stock market in general. But that's another story. Day trading wise, if you aren't in any orders, you could place some bets. Not financial wise, you could place some bets in this zone that's left to be taken at $14 or possibly even at $13. Load up on some longs, not financial wise, this is for education and purposes only, but you could do that. Then we cleared all those open orders, gone into the double bottom formation, and then we could pump aggressively out of here. But I don't think we're gonna go that low. I think we could possibly go to $14 to recover this one and then move away from this local low right here. With that being said, I hope you learned something today. Have a good one. Big Boss out.